All right, y'all. So we back for part two of this shit. And like I said, see, everybody was saying. Now I'm not gonna say everybody, but it was a lot of biased bullshit going on, believing one side, right? Now we have the actual proof, and we have the motherfucker that we believe the so called suspect of this whole thing, right? So without further ado, y'all, let me get about this Streamlabs shit. We reacting to this same. Oh, it's a different guy. Named Novely. Tylil exposed Jourdin, Pauline. Let's go ahead, y'all. Let's get into this shit.
I'm nothing. She's blackmailing me. She's lying to me, bro. He plotted on me. He stole my phone. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to get me alone, and that's what he did. She's lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I feel so used. Like, I literally, I'm so upset. I'm embarrassed. I'm just disgusted. Like, I got a I got a mother.
2000.
Recently, Tylil James had some crazy allegations of essay by a girl named Jourdin, and she had to come out and already told her part of the story, going on great detail and even going on multiple live streams explaining the entire situation that was going on, with heavy backlash from not only other streamers and associates of Tylil, but it just seems like the entire internet as a whole. And a bunch of people wondering and waiting what Tylil was going to say, because she had already came up with these allegations an entire week ago. And finally, Tylil spoke on the situation, bringing forth a lot of evidence as well. And I wanted to break down the situation as it was presented on the internet with Jourdin's two different streams, along with the backlash he got. And at the very end, we're going to talk about Tylil's response and all the evidence that he brought forth to her claims. But in order
Yo,
to
what
do that,
game
we have
is
to start
this?
from the
That
very
shit look
beginning with
hard.
who even are these people, in case any of y'all are unaware.
And if you coming in here looking for any responses, looking for me to add on to any drama, please just see your way out. It's Christmas. Like, it's a wonderful time of the year. Go be with your families, go be with your friends, go be with your loved ones. Drama free. Don't come in my chat talking about nobody. Don't come in my chat talking about reacting to something. I'm not reacting to anything. All of the stuff that was happening is in the past. I put it behind me.
Timestamps in the description in case y'all need them. But for the uninitiated, this right here is Tylil James, a streamer and an associate of Kai Cenat, who got his fame and acclaim by not only being a friend of Kai's, but also being an entertainer himself by streaming, creating content on YouTube, and doing a plethora of things, recently even joining the Clover Boys house, which is another group of streamers who are now trying their best to make another form of basically AMP, creating group content together. And recently he was at a Streamer Awards after party and met up with a person named Jourdin, who is another person who's recently got into streaming but made her claim to fame due to rapping and making music, and has recently been doing collabs with a bunch of other streamers in order to get her foot in the field and become basically one of them. And unfortunately, the events that went down at that said after party were terrible, as she got on stream a couple days later and talked about how Tylil apparently SA'd her.
Person who did it, I'm not going to say his name yet, you guys, comes next to me. He was on me the whole night, in my face the entire night, comes next to me, steals my phone, not thinking anything of it. I'm thinking, okay, he's just joshing around. He's just a guy. I'm like, okay, whatever. My homeboy Jabari, he was like, oh, you ready to go? Because me and Jabari rode together. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like, we can leave. It's 5 in the morning at this point, you guys. We get all the way to, Jabari drops me off to my house. I was like, oh, what's his name has my phone? Oh my God. I was like, I need that phone. Like, all my text messages pop up on this phone. Like, I need my phone. Like, he's like, okay, I'll send you an Uber back over there to go get your phone and then have them Uber you back to your house. I was like, okay, bet. So I go back to the party at this point. It's been 30 minutes. I'm like, hey, you have my phone? He's like, I got your phone? I don't have your phone. He's fake looking for it. He helps me look for my phone, you guys, for 30 minutes. He said, oh, my assistant has your phone back at the hotel. She took my jacket. I'm like, why would you take my phone in the first place? Like, what? He lures me back. It was a black truck outside. He's like, come with me to the hotel. I'll get your phone. You can go out, call your car. I was like, okay. I'm thinking this person isn't going to do anything to me. I don't even know him, you guys. I've literally met him like 2 times. Get to the hotel or whatever. He's like, oh, it's in my pocket. Pulls it out of pocket, you guys. He had it in his pocket the entire time. But as we searched the entire house for it, we went all the way to this hotel. He waits till we get to the hotel to pull the phone out of his pocket.
You're all probably sitting there being very confused because while that is a very weird thing to do and definitely an act that should not be replicated by anybody else, I didn't hear anything about SA during that entire story. Well, that was mainly just the first part. Y'all get the gist of how she even ended up at Tylil's house, because a bunch of people were already pointing at this situation right here, calling it very weird and wondering why Tylil, if this all was true, would even do something like this, because you are literally luring somebody into your house without anybody else apparently there, and you possibly don't know what could happen once you were there. That's where a lot of people were at the edge of their seats waiting for the actual SA part that was supposed to kick in this story when she finally revealed this.
My phone is broken, you guys. Fast forward, I use the bathroom. I'm like, okay, can your assistant call? I'm like, okay, wait, my phone's broken. Like, oh my God, like how am I gonna call a car back home? I was like, well, can you call me a car home? Because at this point it's 6:30 in the morning. I'm ready to go home. He's like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like literally, like OD. And then the next day calls me. I send him a text and he calls me and he's like, yeah, like I'm mad I didn't get raw. Like, can we again, like blah blah blah, like being really disrespectful. He's taping me. In the state of California, you cannot tape someone's phone call without their recollection. You cannot tape someone's phone call. Apparently someone told him I was malicious, which is crazy. I've never been malicious in my life. I've never gotten that I've been malicious. But apparently he heard that I was malicious from someone and he plotted on me the entire night, you guys. He plotted on me. He stole my phone. He knew what he was doing. He wanted to get me alone, and that's what I wasn't even going to say anything until I started getting blackmailed yesterday and yesterday. He taped me. The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. Why are you crying? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, because like I didn't want to, like, you know, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a girlfriend. And I'm doing this stream. My mom told me not to say anything about it yet until we did our reports.
You know, we already saw this on the first video. We saw this shit already, but you know, going over through it again to get the full story again and show the part of where we see Tylil's proof, y'all. Let's go ahead and see this.
But then when I loaded up this Twitch, you guys, and I had to see that man's face, I literally was like, why am I protecting everybody but myself?
Now, obviously, this is the novelty supercut, so I tried to break down a 55-minute plus VOD into like 2 clips for y'all so I could understand the story. What initially happened, how she got there, and what she apparently says is the SA part, which is that altercation at the end. In all reality, a lot of people saw this story and were genuinely very confused and were giving her immediate backlash. Not even for the part that she acclaimed was SA, but also just the parts leading up to that altercation to begin with, claiming that he had stole her phone. Basically, people saying that she is framing him as if he is like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, trying to lure her somewhere, when in all reality, if you have an iPhone and you lose it, or if you have an iPhone and never lost one, it's actually pretty easy to track and find out where your phone is. And the fact that she was unable to do that and apparently didn't know or at any point in time use her other phones in order to find out had a lot of people confused. Along with the actual part that she said was SA, a lot of people put a bunch of question marks and immediately assumed that she had to be lying because the story just wasn't adding up and wasn't making sense. And as I said, I cut the story all together for y'all because she jumps around a lot when speaking about this and talking about the situation as a whole.
Where's the part? Like, I'm not trying to sound insensitive here. The context that she just described was there was consent on both ends and she regretted it afterwards, so she started crying. He was probably recording him busting down because that's what he do, okay? And maybe he was recording just so that way he could protect himself too. And so she had regret over it, okay? And so now she's claiming SA, all because she feels bad about the decisions that she made, and also because he supposedly has a girlfriend.
Not the police. We cannot do nothing about that. They be needing the validation from the internet. I will never, ever get on the internet and speak on an allegation against somebody. Because for number one, I don't know. I think y'all just be wanting us to blackball people or say we hate them now or something like that. But what does that do for you? He overly do something to you? Leave.
I'm done streaming. It's never been about your stream career. What have you done in the streaming world by yourself? What have you done? It's never been about the stream. And you like think I'm gonna do this for a collab? She told us, you gotta listen to what people say. She sat there and told us what it was about. She said her streaming career, protect her integrity. I'm done streaming. She said, I'm done streaming. We didn't know you streamed. We didn't know you streamed. We didn't know this was about a collab. She sat there and said, oh, think they could do what they want over a collab. She was trying to get a collab. She must have texted Tylil and said some crazy. And he like, bro, don't do that. So he was blowing her phone up. But my thing is, you can't sit there and show the call log and then say like, yo, like, I'm not gonna say who it is.
It seemed like no matter
That
what side of the
bullshit.
internet
What
you
the
were
fuck?
on, you were having some people believe her and understand her story, and even having some people say at least wait for Tylil to respond. But on most parts of the internet, what I was seeing was a lot of people calling question to her story and basically claiming that what she is saying isn't even essay to begin with. The entire situation as a whole was called into question before
Nah, I was
Tylil
seeing a
himself
lot
even
of
had a chance to
motherfuckers
say anything. He didn't really have to
ready to
respond
out
because there were a lot of people
Tylil and be
already
ready to out
defending him
Tylil and
online.
shit.
But what makes the
Okay.
story 10 times worse is the fact that she, during her response, wasn't just outright telling the story, but instead was making jabs at other people, calling out other content creators, and basically making a mockery of certain people while trying to apparently tell the world about a traumatic event that happened to her.
No, not Baby Rich. Ew. So.
Ew. Oh, hold on. No way. No way Rich just called it straight like that.
You've
I'm
been telling
saying,
everybody
like,
that
y'all
you so-called
tweaking.
so you don't like either men or women, but yet saying ew to me, but did you say ew to blank? I've never tried to talk to you, ever. Thought we was friends, lol. How you want someone to feel bad for you, and this how you come? Safe to say,
Come
the
on
internet
now.
basically wasn't on her side, and even she felt the energy from this, because instead of going offline, focusing on the legal aspects of everything, and actually filing a case report, not coming on stream or interacting with the internet after telling her story, like she said she would do on her stream, she decided to go back on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram, and start manic posting and tweeting about people not believing her, about people wanting to take victims seriously, and about all the backlash she has been receiving that she feels like is undeserved. I want to reiterate my experience with SA and emphasize how crucial it is for survivors to share their stories and support one another. Justice must be served, and I want to be clear that I do not condone false accusations against men, just as I do not condone any form of SA. Everyone has their own perspective, and while some may claim innocence, it's important to acknowledge the gravity of the situation. I will be going live to bring closure to this matter as legal action is underway. Thank you to everyone for their kind words, and for those who have said hurtful things, you are a part of the problem, and this is why women and others are unsafe today. I pray for the safety of women, children, and men, because no one is excluded from such terrible experiences. I pray that everyone finds peace and love in their life. God bless. I will
No,
also
you're
say
the
that I will
problem.
never come online and humiliate myself by crying. Firstly, I'm a very happy person who wants to spread the love and happiness as much as possible. If you've been following me on Twitch and my journey on social media, you know that I'm a very happy-go-lucky person, and I never want to tear someone else.
This that fake ass bullshit I be talking about with certain people. They can be acting like they this, they that, they this, they that. Let's carry on, y'all. Cause this is that fake ass bullshit I'm talking about with people. Not everybody, but certain people have this weird ass complex, like they act as if they did nothing wrong and they're the victim 100% of the time. They'll bullshit you, they'll play with you in your face, and then play victim. I hate that shit. Stupid.
Down to lift myself up. I never needed that, and I never needed anyone's clout. I built everything from the ground up, but since I've dealt with so much trauma, including the loss of my sister, it's unsettling for me to stay quiet and protect everyone but myself. There were a couple of tweets in there as well, along with some more IG post stories, but that's basically the gist of everything that she said. That she is still going to be online, posting, doing what she wants to, just not related to the situation, and that the people that are hating on her are just people that would hate on anybody who came out talking about SA, and it's very weird and odd that they would do that, and she is just sticking up and defending herself. While she was in the midst of talking about this stuff on live stream, on Twitter, along with on Instagram, Tylil really wasn't saying anything. The only thing he posted was an Instagram story saying that he did not SA anyone, and after that, it was radio silence on all platforms. Even the people he's associated with, like the Clover Boys, Rakai, Ray, any of them weren't talking about Tylil or really mentioning him, maybe having him appear on stream here and there, but it seemed like he was doing something in the background. While Tylil was figuring out his entire situation, Jourdin wasn't done with the internet at all. She actually hopped back on stream later in the next couple of days to get mad and talk bad about the people that said something about her, calling them all types of names, talking about their looks, and just basically attacking them after the words that they said to her.
Since I've seen the backlash I've got, I'm not coming to y'all ever again. Y'all talking about proof? We got the proof. We got the receipts. Y'all doing that for yourselves. That was me being too talkative in the first place. I should have just literally never even did. The streamer Rod, I want to address him. You look like a rat. You look like Ratatouille. Do not ever speak on me again.
Shit,
Crazy
like
looking.
a rat. She's
Like,
trying to
boy,
ignore
bye.
him.
You don't know anything about me. And I've been streaming for a while. And you can suck my and you can suck his, suck everybody else, and just go on the island and suck everybody because you're and I don't got time for it. Okay, Duke Dennis. I'm not gonna even say anything else. Okay, Chicago hottie. I don't even want to get started on these. You give it up for a slice of bread, and I have nothing else to say. All right. Do not ever speak on me again, girl. Don't ever fix your mouth to speak on me. Ever. Next, I would like to say, McQueen. Weren't you on YouTube like in 2014, bro? You're 50 years old, still trying to stream. Please don't ever speak on me again. Like, seriously. You guys are gross.
Now, I've never been in a situation like this before where I had to defend myself or bring forth allegations to the internet, but I don't think she's going about it in the best way. And I feel like a lot of people picked up on that, and that's where a lot of the backlash came from. But I don't think you going back and forth with people, backlash for backlash, is going to help anything, especially when you're coming to the internet and mainly insulting people. Now, don't get me wrong, that VOD was like 30 minutes long. I only cut up the parts that showed her insulting people. She did dive deeply into how she doesn't want to talk about the situation any further on the internet. She's going through it with a legal team now, and how she actually is trying to move forward with said case and said allegations. But then having the end part of your stream being insulting a bunch of people who just had doubts about what you said is not the best way to go about it, because it's not only going to bring you more hate and more people trying to pick apart your story, but it's also going to have those same content creators not have their mind swayed and just go on their platforms again and bash you and demean you like they already did the first time. And that's literally what we're seeing right now.
Once she put the police report in, right? And she gives the proof. If at the end of the day he did it, I'm standing with you. That's what I said. Where's the police report? I'm with you. Show me the proof. Let me see, because I'm not gonna stand behind. Where's the report? All we seen since the time you told us was 4 more streams.
Right.
The only thing we got was 4 more streams, more Instagram posts, and more tweets, and a photo shoot. All you did was turn your consistency up. What?
First thing is, like, wasn't she done streaming? That's the number one thing I want to say.
It's crazy how she just out of nowhere
I'm never doing a stream.
It's out of nowhere she just started doing hella streams and started tweeting and just being active on social media after this shit. Come on, son.
Again. So what, and my whole point is like this. How does this negate your allegations here, baby? How does this negate the allegations you're talking about? How does Ra's appearance or my age, okay? How does that negate the fact that you have an imaginary allegation on your hands here?
Exactly.
Okay. And it's really sad because, you know, there's actually women out there that do suffer from these types of things, and they get swept under the rug because like you come out and you making all these fake shit. You making them look bad.
It's safe to say that throughout Jourdin's entire time talking about these allegations without Tylil's involvement at all, it seemed like people were putting her under very bad scrutiny. Of course, there's still going to be some people that are on her side, some people that are neutral waiting for more evidence, but it just seemed like a lot of people, based on a lot of the actions that she was making and her story overall, just were not complying with what she was saying and saying that she had to be lying some more, or some things weren't making sense, or things just weren't adding up. And then with people already not believing her and basically sending her a lot of backlash for the stuff that she was saying, she went out of her way to start talking bad about certain people that spoke out about her, talking bad about all the people that were sending her negativity, and even coming out saying she's not going to provide any type of proof and that she's not going to show the internet anything because she doesn't owe them anything, even though she was already the first person to come to the internet. A lot of people just didn't understand the moves that she was making and truly felt like she was coming out of left field with this entire story. But we're still waiting for both sides. Even though some people might have their bias towards Tylil, towards Jourdin, or might have stayed neutral, everybody was still curious about what Tylil was going to say. And finally today, he broke his silence, came on stream and talked about the entire situation as a whole.
My silence does not mean I'm guilty. My silence was intentional. My team has already sent Jourdin a cease and desist, and we are also moving forward with a lawsuit for defamation.
Oh yeah.
It's no joke. Any real victims deserve to be believed and protected. Jourdin has claimed that she was at the Stream Awards after party. That did not happen. Everything was cool that night. Jourdin originally left the after party and came back because Jourdin misplaced her phone, not because it was taken by me. When I was leaving,
so that's that first. So let's take it here. So he said, Jourdin said he took the phone. Oh, boys will be boys. She just took the phone. Boys will be boys. No. You thought. You net. Hell's you talking about?
Awards after party, Jourdin seen me and my hairstylist getting in the Uber. Jourdin asked to get in the Uber. She was not lured. That was Jourdin's own choice to come to my hotel in the Uber. We got to the hotel.
So she didn't even ride with her friend. She rode with Tylil's hairstylist. Where's the friend that you said you roll with, Jourdin? Carry on.
Offered Jourdin a ride home. Jourdin asked if she can use the bathroom upstairs, and I said okay. Everything after that was consent between two adults. She was not coerced, she was not forced or pressured. It was a mutual agreement between two adults. Everything went left when my partner called. The moment my partner called, Jourdin started acting crazy. She got really aggressive and she was acting weird. She made me uncomfortable, and that's what made me start recording to protect myself. Let me make it very clear right now. I have never recorded no of Jourdin. That was also false. Jourdin seen the call come in from my partner. She got upset, started talking aggressively, and she made me uncomfortable, so I started recording to protect myself.
Now, when I record these videos and make them, I try to be as
So I'm not gonna lie, it just sound like she wanted some dick and she was mad. I don't give no fucks, cause now how you gonna ride? You have your phone with you. You wanna go ride with them with the hairstylist to the B&B. Then you there, and then his shorty call, and you pissed. What does that sound like?
as possible in certain moments in certain areas, and especially when talking about certain topics as serious as this. But I'm sorry, when I heard Jourdin's story,
What
it
does that
just
sound
seemed
like?
a little fishy. I didn't want to cast blame on her or say these things didn't line up, but a bunch of things that were pointed out just didn't make a lot of sense. The story that Tylil is telling right now seems a lot more plausible. And what makes it 10 times worse for Jourdin overall, that I didn't even mention throughout this entire video, was the fact that she showed a lack of evidence outside of a call log. It just showed that Tylil was spam calling her, which could have literally been about anything. While Tylil throughout this entire stream was trying his hardest to prove his innocence by pulling up multiple pieces of evidence that ranged all the way from videos to past call logs to text messages to even bank statements that were supposedly from Jourdin.
Here's the first piece.
I've never had a one-night stand in my life.
What is a one-night stand?
Like after the party type. When you first meet someone, you talk to them.
That's what we just had.
Do we just have one night stand?
No, that's only be cool about it's not one night stand. As long as we speak about it's not one night stand.
It's some days after tomorrow.
After a while, Jourdin wanted to leave. So what did Tylil James do? I got her an Uber. A Toyota, to be exact. Jourdin left the hotel room. Jourdin came back when she realized it was a Toyota. She banged on the door and demanded a black truck. Her words, verbatimly, after she demanded a black truck, was, "Do I look like the type of out in a Toyota? Get me a black truck." Me being a gentleman, I got her a black truck. But wait, I also got the receipts to that. December.
Hold on. Oh my god. Bruh. This boozy ass wanna be Beyonce ass, bro. This boozy ass wanna be Beyonce ass bitch. You wanted to ride with this nigga. No matter what he gives you, get in the car and go, you dot.
December 7th, 2025. At 8:04 a.m. chat, I got Jourdin a Uber. Remember, Jourdin is a victim now, so you trying to get away from me as fast as possible. So
Right.
I call you a Toyota, a scooter, a Rebel. You're trying to get away from me as fast as possible. It shouldn't matter what car you get home in.
Exactly.
You're just trying to get away from this person that violated you. So you say, at 8:07 a.m., Tylil James called Jourdin a black truck. Look at the payment right there. Black SUV, fare, 16.7 miles. $132.89.
From an actual video of them being
got
in
the
bed
pre- you got the
together and her
receipts?
talking about them having a one-night stand to showing off Uber receipts with her apparently having an issue with being called a Toyota while at the end of the day claiming to be a victim, it makes you really wonder the things that Jourdin was actually saying, especially if everything that Tylil is saying is true. It is very odd for her to go out of her way to do these things because allegations like this can effectively destroy a person's entire career. It doesn't matter if he actually goes through with the lawsuit that he is pointing to file and even wins at that. When you search up Tylil's name, this stuff is going to come up and effectively is going to be attached to him regardless of how he moves about it or how he wins or loses against this. But people might still have doubts about this entire thing, saying that these are just Uber receipts. That video doesn't really prove anything, but he continues on and even has more stuff to show.
This is what really weird. Jourdin got home at 8:40 a.m. Oh my God, look what Jourdin texted on. Hey, she's playing with me.
Hold on, y'all, hold on. I don't see that top blue text, but she says, She the black. She says, Jourdin says, hey, Tylil. Hey, I mean, no. Hold on. It says, hey, Tylil has my phone. I'm on the way to get it back. I was all the way home, too. Oh, I guess she's texting somebody that's at, that must be the hairstylist. He gonna tell us, but I'm just trying to see before he tells us. This is her texting the hairstylist, Tyler's hairstylist that was with him at the cribbo. Texting him saying, hey, Tylil has my phone. I'm on the way to get it back. I was all the way home, too. LOL, okay. Which means it sound like the motherfucker like, bitch, what you talking about? You playing. Somebody gotta call me a car back home now. What? Sunday 9:10. But he bought the shit. She went home in the Uber at 8:40 in the morning. She went in the Uber 8:40 in the morning. So she was already home at 9:10. So what is she talking about saying, hey, Tylil has my phone on the way back? She's capping. Let's see what he says. She capping. Look at this shit, y'all.
Set me up! Chat, Jourdin got home at 8:40 a.m. Why did she text one of my friends this? Please follow me. She texts to one of my friends, hey, Tylil has my phone. I'm on the way to get it back. ... I was all the way home too. My friend said, LOL, okay. Somebody gotta call me a car back home now. And comes to the internet and speak and make a false allegation about me. She said I try to blackmail her. Let's speak on that. I try to blackmail you, Jourdin? Jourdin, I try to blackmail you, Jourdin? How? Look at what it says, Chad. Jourdin requested 2,000, and then in the note it says for playing with me. And I
What? Jourdin requested money. Here are the details. Amount $2,000. Memo for playing with me. Bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Hell no. She tweaking.
She's trying to extort me, gang. She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro.
For basically
Two
every
bands.
point she had, he has an entire reverse card on her and even has multiple receipts to show, which
broke
again,
bitch.
compared to her entire multiple statements, multiple streams, and multiple tweets, there was no real evidence being shown outside of a call log. And Tylil is going the extra mile to not only show video evidence, to show proof of Ubers, you show time dates that match up with text messages that don't really make any sense, especially when you compare them to the said Ubers that he actually called for her. A lot of things in her story just don't add up and are starting to fall apart and fall to pieces. It really makes you wonder how it could get any worse. And then he mentions her trying to blackmail him, apparently sending a Zelle with the memo only being for playing with me, which makes no real sense in this entire context unless he was trying to get money out of him so that he would stay silent, or she would come out with something like this. But of course he has more to say and more to show, and it's actually text messages from Jourdin herself.
I'm not giving this girl nothing. NCAA, nothing's coming
Right,
out. You're not
facts.
getting 2,000 out of me. I didn't pay that 2,000. What she does now, Chad? Jourdin came on the internet and said she has messages, but she deleted them. Guess what? I got Jourdin. You deleted the messages. I got them. So now let me give y'all some more evidence that my legal team had to
got the
approve,
messages.
because the first thing I did, instead of coming to speak to the public, let me go speak to my lawyers. Jourdin texts me right here. She said, what you doing? Jourdin sends a question mark. I don't know if you text me or not, but my phone is clicked. I can't see or do nothing. Jourdin sent me on December 8th at 12:01. This is in the noon. Jourdin sent me a upside down smiling face. After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jourdin realized I was not paying it, Jourdin sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
Wow.
So once Jourdin realized I was not paying her 2,000, she sends me this. Guess what she did? She showed me who she really was and showed you who she really was. Came to the internet with false allegation, lied on my name. Once again, Jourdin said she deleted all of our text messages, and Jourdin also said she, which is false. Don't let this world get to your head and you lose your moral compass, because at the end of the day, we all have to deal with God. And if you know something made me feel a certain way, instead of trying to throw rocks and hide your hands, you should have fixed it immediately. And this could have been swept under the rug. Don't be mad your girl found out the type of man that you are. She should have known that's nobody's fault but yours. I always walk in love, and I wish you and her the best. Nobody bless you too. Jourdin is a
What?
victim, but said this all been all swept under the rug? You're a victim, but you said it could have been swept under the rug, and you're a victim? Okay, cool. If you had chosen integrity from the start, the situation would have never escalated. The reaction you're facing now is a consequence of your choices, not mine. Your girlfriend seeing your actions isn't my fault. I've never lied to get anything in life. If I wanted drama, I would have ignored your call and gone straight to social media. But that's not who I am. Jourdin went straight to social media with lies. I believe in God, accountability, and moving with love even when I'm hurt. I'm not asking for anything except acknowledgement. A real apology matters. A real apology matters. A real apology matters. So if I would apologize to you, you would have never came to the internet.
That was a bit longer, but I wanted y'all to understand the last bit of the evidence that he showed from text messages that
Bruh, he just showed the whole bit, man. He won this case, gang. She out of there. She's done for. She's done for. This could have been swept under the rug, all that bullshit. Man, please, bruh.
apparently lined up with timestamps from a Zelle request that she sent, along with the other text messages talking about how she wouldn't have even talked about the situation if he gave her a real apology, or she wouldn't talk about it at all because she doesn't want to go to the internet with this stuff and just actually wants to talk to him about it, to doing the exact opposite. It all doesn't make any real sense. It just seems like somebody who's genuinely upset that Tylil wouldn't give her any money, give her any acknowledgement afterwards, and basically just is upset about the entire situation, mainly his girlfriend or him having a girlfriend while doing stuff together. And in all reality, if she wants to be upset about that, she can be, but going out and creating false allegations because of that is genuinely insane behavior, and again, something that will literally follow Tylil for the rest of his life. He's going to go forward and try and sue her for defamation, along with sending a cease and desist to her. But even if she does stop talking about it, he wins his defamation case, people will still look at him weird. People will still look at him as somebody who essayed somebody else, and these allegations won't go away no matter if he wins the case that he is going to pursue.
Yo, when somebody accuses you or somebody says certain things about you or calls you certain type of names, yo, at some point they're saying it to try to like put it in the algorithms that when type your name in, like right now when you type this guy's name in into Google, and that's what a brand is gonna do. When they type his name in, it's gonna say accused of that. We don't even know if it's true. This could be complete cap. So now let's say a brand, it could be Cheerios. They're gonna want to sign him or do business with him. When they see that Google, they're good instantly. And honestly, that costs you a lot of money, whether it's true or not, whether there's ever criminal charges or not. It's a stain on his career. So I'm with legal action quickly, especially when people make those accusations.
These are all allegations still at the end of the day. There's definitely legal proceedings that are going on, and we eventually will see the results of those in the near future. But for everything that's happened so far, with all the responses and everything I've covered, Jourdin has definitely not handled this in the best light possible. While Tylil, in my opinion, has taken the best route you possibly can when it comes to controversies like this. Jourdin coming out and telling her story is one thing, but then it going out here spamming on Twitter, Instagram stories, and even going on live to talk crazy about people is just not the right way to go about it from any type of standpoint, PR, legal, or just a moral one. While Tylil took his time to make sure he had everything he wanted to talk about, went through it with his legal team and didn't rush anything, and even throughout his entire speech really only crashed out one time, which is pretty crazy if these are actually false allegations, because someone saying things like this again will tarnish your career for the rest of your life. And it seems like everybody is on that same basis, because while there is an inherent bias, Reggie is someone that came out and spoke about the situation as well and came to basically the exact same consensus.
She cooked herself, bro. Her story really ain't make sense from the start. And she wanted to say that they did something. That's all she had to say. But the fact that she tried to make it more than what it was. Then when I seen the other day of like her just crashing out on all these other, just going appearances and all this other, it's like, come on, bro. Like, do you really care about the situation at hand, or is you just trying to get the clout? You feel what I'm saying? It's like it get to a point. Like, what are we really here for? Do y'all see how fast got millions of views though, bro? Like, don't understand why bro took his time. It's like, bro, like that, bro. You have to take your time because expecting you to crash out and do all this, why really handle that right way? I ain't gonna lie. Like the legal way, getting the lawyers involved and all that crazy game.
This entire situation as a whole definitely didn't need to happen and is very unfortunate to hear. My biggest problem with all of this is just being brought to the internet. If you wanted to go through legal proceedings and then bring it to the internet after you had everything concluded, that would make sense. But I feel like the internet for a lot of people is a place where they can feel like they can get solidarity, they can get comfort, and they can get people that understand what's going on and help them through this situation. When in all reality, that definitely is true. It can be flipped on its head completely and you'll get nothing but hate, ridicule, and some of the worst natured people possible. And when it comes to something as serious as this, it should definitely be left out of the hands of people online that don't understand the situation and can't completely comprehend everything that's going on. It's truly sad that this had to happen in the first place, and I hope that even though these are allegations right now, a conclusion is definitely come to and we get the truth eventually. At the end of the day though, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do would be the comment section down below, because the video was unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like. If you enjoy content like this, maybe consider subscribing, because I post.
Well, yeah, that is the end of the video. If y'all want to go react to my boy Novely or watch his channel, go ahead and tune into his shit. This was Tylil Exposed, Jourdin, Pauline. I already figured from the first very video I watched, I was just skeptical. I'm like, nah, this shit just don't this don't sit right with me. And there's been people like from that first video like, oh wow, he did it already. Like they just quick to jump face. And it's like, nah, now look what he did. He took his time and now look what's going on. It's fucked up that it may stick with him, but I pray, I have faith that it doesn't stick with him like how people are saying it will. Because they have to understand there's so many different accusations. Like they gotta be a way, like, man, that's fucked up. It's fucked up for real. She trifling. Can't trust some of these bitches out here as far as how she act, what she got going on. She trifling for real. But if y'all guys enjoyed the video, man, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. And I'm about to be tuning out to y'all. Y'all be safe, man.